Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I normally do. Typically I review hardware, give you kind of a specs overview of the device and some performance numbers on it. Tonight I'm going to actually review a game. On iOS and on Android there is an abundance of software applications and games. The sheer number of games is crazy, and it's hard to sort through sometimes and find a really good game. Sometimes you get the gems that become super popular, like Angry Birds. Excellent mobile device game. And it was really popular for a while. But sometimes there is a game that is released that is an excellent game, and I don't think it gets quite the publicity that it deserves. And one of those games is the game I'm reviewing today, and it is called The Creeps. Now this is a tower defense game. And in my opinion, it is the best tower defense game I have ever played, excuse the ad. And probably the best mobile game I've ever played. By far, out of every game I've played on my device, it has stuck with it. Since my very first iPhone 4 is the first time I purchased it. Now I have three different devices here. I have my Android, I have my iPad, and I have my iPod. And let's discuss different options as far as being able to purchase it and things like that. That's in my iPod. My battery on my iPod's dying. But yeah, so a lot of times you download a game and you might play it for a few minutes, you might even play it for a few days. You may play it through a fad, play it for a few months, things like that. Even Angry Birds for me, I kind of lost interest after a few months. And I'd pick up again, but I would lose interest in it again. I was looking specifically for a tower defense game when I purchased The Creeps. Now, I didn't purchase it right away. I did play the trial and enjoyed it enough that on my iPhone 4 I purchased the entire package. And at the time, I think they just had like 6 levels or so. But they kept expanding, and with my iPhone and my iPod, I was then able to get every expansion. I believe it cost about $10 to get any and all expansions. On my Android, when I was purchasing it for my Android, that wasn't available, and I had to buy each package separately, each expansion I should say, and they're anywhere from $1 to $3 to buy them. And as you can see, I haven't bought the most recent expansion, and that's because I'm trying to earn, as you see down here, they have cookies, and I'll go into the microtransactions in a little bit, but you have to earn cookies, and then you can unlock it with your cookies, or you can purchase it outright for $2. Now, on my iPad, because I had purchased it for my iPhone, and I had purchased it for my Android devices, I didn't want to buy it again for my iPad as well. And so I've been earning the cookies, the microtransaction coins or whatever, and unlocking it stage by stage. And so I have more stages here that I need to unlock. And as you can see, this one's 99 cents or 20,000 cookies. Some of these other ones, you start off with just the first couple of levels, and then you earn through and you purchase them, and I think the first one was like 5,000 to unlock, and then 10, and then 15, and 20. Anyhow, so that's just real quick. I've literally been playing this game for 6 years now, and I play it frequently. I've played it on all of my mobile devices I could play it on, and it has definitely been a lasting game. Now, I kind of briefly mentioned the microtransactions. I am not a huge fan of microtransactions, especially with games like Candy Crush, where you have to buy the microtransaction things to be able to progress in the game. To actually beat a level, you have to have their things, and they're consumable, and that's it. With the creeps, that does have the microtransactions, and what you've earned is by these cookies. Now, there's a few ways you can do it. You can purchase them, of course. That's where the microtransaction comes in. Oh, I have to click on the shop. And as you can see, you can buy, these are skin packs, and then you can buy hats, and you can buy pets. And I haven't actually purchased any of these because I'm using my cookies to unlock levels. So you can play the levels, and there's nothing in the cookies that you can buy that will actually help you beat a level. So you beat the levels purely on your skills and abilities. As you can see, I have 3 starred, 3 perfect, all these levels. This level is a pain in the butt. The first round is pretty easy, but normal and hard are very difficult. And so I've only gotten 1 star on that one. This one gets progressively harder. And with each level, you earn bucks. You also earn bucks as you play the level. Every 5 waves or so, you earn more. And so you can use those cookies, in this case, to unlock additional content. So you can use it to purchase the aesthetic things, which is kind of cool, or you can use it to unlock more content. You don't use it to it's not pay to win, it's pay to play more, and that's okay. I'm not mad about that. They've been very good at honoring. I wish they honored it for the iPad, but it's technically a different software, I guess. But on my iPod, they've honored that initial thing, and they have unlocked all of the packs for me without me having to spend any additional money. Now, some of the things I like about this game. First of all is there's been more expansions. Now this last one, the Pirate Party, it came out most recently. It came out, I want to say, about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And it's a fairly big expansion. And I'm hoping that they come out with more expansions down the road. And when I first started, I think they had about the 6, maybe 8 expansions, but they kept coming back and coming back with more expansions all the time. Which means that there's new content coming out, and hopefully continuing to be more content coming out. It's a lot of fun with the variety of the levels, the variety of the monsters that you're fighting, the variety of gameplays. It's definitely kept my interest. And just to go over some gameplay here, there's 3 major game types. There's survival, which basically you have a set number of waves. So this is the very first level you play. It has 20 waves with about 10 monsters per wave. Then you have endurance. There's no set number of waves. The levels get progressively harder, and you basically have to destroy everything on the screen, and I'll go over that in a minute, before you die. So a lot of times on the easier levels, you can destroy everything on the screen, and to do so, you've built enough towers that you'll be at level 30, but you won't die until you're level 140. On the harder levels, it's everything you can do to not die before you've cleared everything off the screen by level 20. And then there's doorbusters. So doorbusters, instead of having a set number of waves, what you have to do is you have to destroy the door or the portal where the bad guys come in through. And you can't take any damage. And you have to clear everything on the screen to get a perfect. Now the perfect means that you've accomplished all the goals within a level. So on on doorbuster and on survival, one of those is that you have to not take any damage at your endpoint, which is the little dude in the bed sleeping. On endurance, you can take damage here, but you have to clear everything off the screen. On both endurance and on doorbuster, you can't sell anything. So that means if you accidentally put down a tower and you didn't mean to put down that specific tower, you can't sell it. You just have to leave it, because if you sell it, you won't get your perfect. That's what this dollar sign with a line through it means, is you didn't sell anything. So you kind of have to be real strategic in knowing what you have. The number of, or the types of towers you can build is very varied. Let me see if I can get to a doorbuster. The endurance and doorbusters tend to have the most variety of weapons, especially if you get into the later levels. So let me grab, let's do this one. I haven't played this one. I'm not actually going to play, I'm just going to show you. Let me go ahead and pause the game, tap up there. So yeah, so you have a good variety of items. So on certain levels, to add to the difficulty, you'll only have a couple. Some you can't build anything other than what's already on the screen. And those can be pretty tough, because you just have to play with what you have. And so, like, you have the glue trap, and that slows monster down to a little bit of damage. You have your typical gun, you have a boomerang, you have a throwing star made of paper. This is a flashlight, which is like a laser beam. The batteries are kind of fun. These presents will break, and there'll be a sweater, and the sweater rubs together, creates static electricity. You gather those up, and that super boosts your weapons. Because this is Valentine's, you have a Cupid's arrow, and then you have these items here, and these are like one-time use things that recharge after 5 or 10 levels, or 10 waves. Like this is a spider, and so it lays a sticky web out when you're playing. Let's see if I go back to another level here. Let's see if we can go into one of the Halloween packs, and I'll just show you another set of oh, here we go. So like this one, you cannot build any additional items. You can only build, or you can only use what's on the screen, and for each item you can upgrade it a couple of times. If they'll let me do it, there we go. So each item you have can be increased 2 levels. So there's 3 levels total when you first build it, and it's in 2 additional power levels. And your goal is to get 3 perfects. Oh, a little over tapping. Is to get 3 perfects on each level. So you have easy, normal, and hard. And I tend to play the levels over and over again. If I fail an objective, I give up right away. Now you can see how there's a lot of variety in the patterns of the paths, as well as the items you have to destroy on the screen. So all of these, like the trees and the rocks, are all things you have to destroy, clear out of your way. You get in-game points to be able to purchase more towers as you destroy items, and it also makes room for more items. So like on this level, you only can place 1 tower right there, which obviously is not going to be enough to keep your board clear, so you have to destroy items, get them out of your way, clear the board, so you can place more towers. So I'll go ahead and play just a real simple level here. Play one I've already played, just to give a demonstration of the overall gameplay. Now I put this on easy, and it gives you, this first level is a tutorial level, and it's just telling us. So we tap there, that's where we're going to place something. We're going to place a gun. And you see on the first wave, the gun has no issues with clearing away the baddies. And as you can see, we're going to just try to destroy this tree. That's going to tell us to tap off the tree so we can destroy the baddies again. Now we're going to level up the gun. Now the tutorial's over, so I'm going to go ahead and build another weapon here and level that up. And you just start clearing the board. Now each baddie gives me, in this case, 12 coins indicated there. Clearing that headstone gave me, I want to say, 15 coins. The tree requires a lot more work to destroy, and so I get, I want to say, 400 coins for destroying that. Some of these bigger rocks I get 45. The even bigger ones I get 154. So you see, I just go through, and as I get more coins, I add more things to the playing field to make my gameplay easier. See, now there's a cookie right here. If I go ahead and tap on that, you can see right here I got 50 cookies from that. So as I play the levels, that was level 5, I get cookies as I play. So I'm rewarded to open up more content the more I play the content I've already unlocked. I'll go ahead and pause it. You don't need to see me finish this level. And so again, why am I reviewing this game? I don't think this game gets quite the recognition that it deserves. It's an excellent, excellent game. It's an excellent tower defense. It's an excellent game if you want just a quick play. It's an excellent game if you want to play for longer periods. It takes a lot of strategy. It takes a lot of thought, knowing what games and skills you have to play with. And it's just fun. I like the characters in it, the levels, the difficulty. It's just an overall fun game. And if you're looking for something new to play on either your Android or your iOS device, I highly recommend picking up the Creeps. Again, you can play for free. You don't have to pay anything. The ads are not at all intrusive. In fact, I don't think, except for on my Android just now that you saw, I don't think you've seen another ad on any of these devices while I've been playing. I don't notice them at all. They don't bother me in the slightest. I know some games are kind of hard to play because of the amount of games that they have on them. So if you're looking for a new game, pick up the Creeps. I'm not being paid for this. I am just sharing something that I've loved for the last 4.5 years, 5 years. And I hope that you enjoyed as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.